So this video is to just let you know that we have already published our answer key for CDP paper 1 lower primary section, right? So now we are making the answer key for upper primary, that is UP section CDP question paper, right? So what I used to see is that some of you are already getting discouraged by looking at the answer keys. I do not know from where you have seen like the answer keys. I do not know anything about that, but then kindly wait for Ashok tutorials answer keys. And you know what, the answer keys, you know why we are taking so much of time to make the answer key. We are taking a bit of time in order to make the answer keys because we want the answer key to be a very precise one, to be a very accurate one. Otherwise we can also publish the answer key for the entire question paper in a single day, but we will not do that because our accuracy will be really very helpful to you, right? Because you are waiting for the accurate answers. Suppose if I say this is the correct answer and it turns out to be other way around, you will be discouraged. You'll feel like, oh, sir said this was the correct answer, but here this is the correct answer. According to Ashok tutorial, I got 72 or I got 94, and now I'm getting only how much? I'm getting 60. So this will discourage you and this will have a bad impact, right? So to avoid all those issues, what we are doing is that we are taking a bit of extra time. So kindly cooperate. Some of you are saying, I got a comment this morning that, sir, which one to trust? Sir, which channel to trust? Or sir, which one to trust? We do not know whether the options, the answers you are giving is different and the options somebody else is giving is different. So I do not know about somebody. All I know about is myself, my channel. So you just wait, you don't compare, you know. We should not serve two masters at once. So you please, according to your convenience, you wait and you watch, you see whom to trust, whom not to trust, or who is more accurate. So I'm not saying I am 100% right and somebody is 100% wrong, or somebody is 100% right, I am 100% wrong. We do not know that. We do not know. Neither I know nor others know, because it will be, at the end of the day, it will be the DERT, the government of Meghalaya, who will be releasing the official answer key, right? So that will be the authentic one, the most authentic one. Now whatever we feel, according to our experience, according to our knowledge, that is what we are, giving you as tentative answer keys. And as I was telling you, we need to do a lot of research, in order to give you those accurate answer keys. So that's why, my dear friends, I would like to request you to have patience and wait, and wait for us. All right, you need to wait. So please wait, and I will try to publish one video one day, each day one video of one subject. But I'm not saying that it is possible. It might not be possible sometimes, so you need to wait a little bit longer. But to wait a little bit longer and to get the accurate answers is a better option, I suppose. So please do that. Please wait for the videos. And you are like watching different channels and you are saying that this was better, or which one to follow. I do not know. Whatever you trust the most, please follow that one. Whatever you have the trust on, please follow those channels or those videos, right? But we are trying our best to help you out, to give you the most accurate answers. So I'll stick to that, right? Then today we are going to solve CDP, all right, series C series. And yes, of course, as I'm talking about series, let me say some of you might be confused, because yesterday the paper which I was solving was B series LP section, right? So if your series are different, of course the answers will be different, because the serial numbers are different for different questions, right? So accordingly you need to follow. So kindly wait. All I have to say is that you need to be patient. You need to give us time so that we give most accurate answers to you, because we need to do a lot of research. We need to find out accurately. We need to read books also, sometimes, in order to give you the most accurate answers. So it's not easy. We cannot give the answers for entire question papers in a day, because Of course, I know some of you will think we are solving the entire question paper in just 2 hours, 2.5 hours, or 3 hours like that. But for you, it does not matter. You're in the examination hall. Whether you answer it correctly or answer it wrong does not matter. But for us, it matters because you are following us, right? So it is our duty to give you the most accurate, correct answers. So we are committed to that and we will do that. But the only thing I would like to request you is that please wait. Definitely saying I will take some more time, right? We will need time. We need time. So please have patience and wait, and let's hope for the best. And some of you are already losing heart. Please don't lose heart. Does not mean that you fail. Still, I have just solved only one paper, right? Only one paper. So four more are left, and if we plus both the papers, 9 more are left. So just wait, right? So all I want to say is that just wait. So let's come to the computer screen and let's see what we have in CDP portion paper 2 C series. C series, alright? So please let's move on to the next screen. Hello everyone, so welcome you back to Ashok Tutorials, Meghalaya's first Mtet channel. Well, today we are going to solve paper 2, that is upper primary section, right? Upper primary sections, paper 2 we are going to solve today. So we have here which series? We have here series C, right? So today we are going to study about series C, not study actually, we are going to solve series C. So let us see what we have in child development and pedagogy. So this will be the first one we will be solving today. So child development and pedagogy was for 30 marks, as you already know. Alright, so let us see step by step. Question number 1, let's read. Traditionally oriented teaching following a rigid curriculum, fixed timetable, single textbook and rigid age grouping is a or an policy barrier, physical barrier, attitudinal barrier or curriculum barrier. See, barrier means, by the word barrier, what do you understand? Barrier means something which is hindering the progress, which is stopping the progress of that particular thing, right? So it says that when we are talking about traditionally oriented teaching, all right? So a rigid curriculum or a fixed timetable or a single textbook and rigid age grouping is what type of barrier? It cannot be policy barrier, right? So option number A cannot be the one. Physical barrier, this is not a physical barrier also, because the things we are talking about is what? The things we are talking about is fixed timetable, single textbook, rigid curriculum, right? Then it cannot be attitudinal barrier. We are not talking about attitudes here. So of course the answer will be this one, curriculum barrier. What barrier? The curriculum barrier, right? So this is the answer here. So now let's see question number 2. What we have in question number 2. Sometimes non-availability of school or its location in areas that cannot be accessed become the major barrier for children with special needs. So for children with special needs to get, alright, suppose what happens due to unavailability of schools, or maybe the location of the school is quite far, so it becomes a major challenge, or it becomes a major problem, or it becomes a major barrier for children with special needs to get what? To get integrated education? No. To get open education? No. So to get special education? No, because we have a more appropriate option, and that is inclusive education. When we talk about children with special needs, that is CWSN, we normally refer inclusive education. All right, so this is the correct option here. Let us come to question number 3. Question number 3, all right. So question number 2 is done. Now let's 3. Which of the following does not have a positive impact on educational attainment for children experiencing poverty? Which of the following does not have a positive impact. Positive impact means a good, something in favor, right? So which of these is not in favor of children experiencing poverty? Poverty means what? Poverty means those who are not able to get their basic needs, right? Who are poor. So it says that which of the following does not have positive impact? Among these four options, which one is not having a positive impact on educational attainment for children experiencing poverty? Parental engagement with a child's education. This is a good one, right? So they are asking which is not the one. So this is, of course, this is the one which will help in attainment of education for the children with children experiencing poverty, right? So quality pre-education. This is also a good positive word. So this will also not be the answer, because here they are asking a negative word. Why negative word? They have put the word not. So whenever they are putting a word not, it becomes a negative sentence. So this is a positive sentence, this is a positive sentence, then this one is also a positive sentence, right? Which means this is good for the poor people or for the poor children. Now the only thing which is not positive is this one: poor general health and mental well-being. So this is your correct option: poor general health and mental well-being. This will not help the child in attaining education. All right, now let's come to option number 4, I mean question number 4. Let's see what we have here. By inclusion of the language and culture of the disadvantaged and marginalized group within the school curriculum, a teacher can ensure, all right, when there is inclusion of language and culture of the disadvantaged and marginalized group within the school curriculum, a teacher can ensure what? Practical education for the underprivileged children? No, we have better option than this. Sympathy. See, sympathy, we don't give sympathy, all right? We don't give sympathy. So this is not correct again. Then see, these two words are quite similar. These two words are quite similar. I do not know which one the DERT is going to choose, but among these two you can choose, I suppose, any. But of course, if you are asking for the most relevant one, it will be equity in education, which means option B is the correct answer here: equity in education, right? So let's come to question number we are done with question number 4. Now we are going to solve question number 5. So what we have in question number 5, let's see. Holding a person's address in mind while listening to instructions above how to get there is an example of what? See, suppose you go to a birthday party, in your friend's birthday party, and you happen to meet somebody, and then that person is telling you the address, right? So what you do, you are listening to the address at the same time. What happens? You are, thinking at the same time. You're thinking, holding a person's address in mind while listening. So you are holding that person's address in your mind, which means, see, when we are listening something, of course we are present in that situation, right? We are currently present in that situation. So at the same time we are thinking also, right? So this is a complicated question actually. So what are we going to choose here? It cannot be information processing. It cannot be information processing because you are at the current situation, you're listening. Then long-term memory. It cannot be long-term memory. We don't need that much of memory for this. Then attention. Of course we need attention for this, but still we have better option than this. So the correct option here will be working memory. Working memory, right? Because we are listening at the same time we are imagining or using our mind, right? So this is the correct option here. Now let's go to question number 6. Mohan provides students with containers of different capacities to help them learn about the concept of volume. Now, who is Mohan? So Mohan is a teacher, and in his mathematics class, what the teacher did is that he has given the containers to the children, and with the container of different capacities. All right, containers of different capacities, which means containers having different measures, and this will help the students to know or learn about the concept of volume. All right, so this is what Mohan sir did here. Now again another teacher is there, Farah asked students to brainstorm on possibilities of making waste disposal a mechanical task so that the people do not have to do the menial task. Both the teachers are employing which one of the following? Now see, we know that students are not passive learners. The students, they should have equal rights in the process of learning. They should not be passive listeners. In fact, they should take part actively, and we know that the type of education we follow today is child centered education, and it is not teacher centered education, right? So child is the center, of education. So here the teachers are trying to brainstorm the learners, and they are trying to uh, you know uh, they are trying to build the concept of volume in the students. So which one are they following here? Operant conditioning. See, whenever you hear the word conditioning, no, this is a negative word. All right, negative word. So when the sentence is positive, we will never use this conditioning word. So don't use this. Direct instructions, again here, direct is also a negative word, right? They are saying direct instructions, this will also not be the one. Then it says behaviorism. Behaviorism has nothing to do here. So the correct answer is constructivism. See, we have studied about Leo Vygotsky, right? So we know a lot about constructivism, which means that students or the children are not empty, they are not blank. They have schemas, or they have their own understanding of certain things. So we teachers, we are only the facilitators, right? We are the facilitators. We are the ones who will help the learners to bring out whatever knowledge they have in themselves, and as a result help them to learn, right? Now let's go to question number 7. Question number 7. All right, well, a teacher designs a test to find out the cause of the poor grade of his learners through A or N. Alright, suppose a teacher designs a test to find out the cause of the poor grades. Alright, suppose in a one examination, what happened? The teacher, half-yearly examination, the students got low marks in this particular subject. So what the teacher will do is that the teacher will organize a test in the class to find out like why my students got so less marks in my subject. So this will be an example of what? The cause of the grade of his learner. So what type of test will it be? Will it be an aptitude test? No, it will not be an aptitude test. Aptitude, you know the word, right? What does it mean? Achievement test? No, achievement test is already done, that is examination is already done. Proficiency test? No, it will not be proficiency test. Of course it will be diagnostic test. Why diagnostic test? Because the teacher wants to diagnose what is the problem, why my students, why my learners got such low grades in my subject. So that is what the teacher will try to do, right? A teacher will try to diagnose like what went wrong. He will try to find out the feedbacks. He will try to see like what needs improvement. So different things are there. So we'll not go into so much of detail of all those. So let's come to question number now 8. Question number 8. So perception, diagnosis, what are here? Perception is here, diagnosis is here, and reactions. Perception, diagnosis, and reaction processes are the major activities undertaken at the, these are the 4 phases given here. So perception, diagnosis, and reaction process are the major activities. These are the major activities for which phase? Is it for introductory phase? No. It is for post-active phase? No. It is for pre-active phase? No. But yes, it is for interactive phase. So option B here is the correct option for you to choose. All right, here. So interactive phase is the correct option here. Now let's go to question number 9. Alright, the focus of which of the following method is on developing the skill of learning to learn. So the focus of which of the following methods, so for certain methods are given here, 4 methods are given. The focus of which of the following methods is on developing the skill. So among these methods, which method believe on developing the skill of learning to learn? Is it project method? No, it is not the project method. Is it activity method? No, it is not the activity method. Is it teacher-centered method? See, this will always be a negative sentence, teacher-centered, because we know that our curriculum is not teacher-centered. It is always the child-centered. The child is the center of our education, alright? We believe that way. So it has to be learner-oriented. So that's why here the skill of learning to learn is developed by the method of child-centeredness, alright? So child-centered method is the correct option here. Child-centered method is the correct option, right? Let's go to question number 10 now. Question number 10, what does it say? SBA is what? School-based assessment. Which of the following is not the salient features of school-based assessment? Now salient features means what? Importance, the characteristics. Which of the following among these 4 options, which one is not the characteristic of school-based assessment? So let's see. Focus on assessment of and as learning rather than evaluation of achievement. So this is of course a salient feature of what? This is a salient feature of SBA, right? Then so this will not be the correct option. Then again, reposing faith on teacher and the system. This is also correct. This is also correct. So this will not be the answer. Enhancing self-confidence in children. This is also correct. So this will also not be the answer. Mechanical use of multiple techniques of teaching. This is the wrong answer, which means this is the right answer. So here they have asked not. They have used a negative word not here. So that's why here the wrong answer will be the right answer, which means all these are wrong. The correct option here is option number D. This is the correct option here, right? Now an approach to, so number 10 is done. An approach to teaching and learning that creates feedback, which is then used to improve students' performance, is learning for assessment, learning outcomes, assessment for learning, minimum levels of learning. Which one will it be? An approach to teaching and learning that creates feedback, which is then used to improve students' performance. So which approach is used as a feedback to improve students' performance? Minimum level of learning? No, we never go with minimum. Assessment for learning? No, this is also not the one. Then learning outcomes? This is also not the one. We are not, this approach we will not follow in order to give feedback to the learners. So the correct answer here is learning for assessment. Learning for assessment is your correct option here, right? Now let us see the next one. Question number 12. What we have? A systematic scoring guideline to evaluate students' performance through the use of a detailed description of performance level is which one? From these 4 objectives, which one is defined here? Is the let's see, a systematic scoring guideline to evaluate students' performance through the use of a detailed description of performance level is called rubrics, National Assessment Survey Questionnaire, performance chart, or sociometric test guidelines. It cannot be sociometric test guidelines, it cannot be performance chart, it cannot be National Assessment Survey Questionnaire, but it will be rubrics. What will it be? It will be rubrics. So a rubrics is a systematic scoring guideline, right, which evaluates the learner's performance through the use of detailed description of performance level. All right, so this is your correct answer here. Now let us come to question number 13. what we have here. Let's see. Right, rubrics is done. Now question number 13. So assessment for learning is important. Assessment for learning is important. To why is it important? To foster motivation? No. For the purpose of see, this is a very negative word, segregation. These segregation word and all should never come in educational concept or educational field. This segregation is a negative word. We just cut it off. To lay emphasis on the overall importance of grades. Here again there is a negative word here. This grade is a negative words, because these grades and all are the ones which grade the children, that you are first grade, you are in first grade, you are in second grade, you are in third grade. So grading system is puts a negative impact on the educational system. So these are the negative words. So assessment for learning is important. Why now? The only option left here is to facilitate an exclusive peer assessment. This is your correct answer. To facilitate an exclusive peer assessment. Alright, so this is your correct option here. Now let's go to question number 14. Question number 14 we will go to. Alright, so a three-dimensional chart showing the weightage given to objectives, content, and forms of question is termed as anecdotal record, cumulative record, checklist, or blueprint. So if you have studied carefully, you will know what is an anecdotal record, what is a cumulative record card, what is a checklist, and what is a blueprint. So here we are asked to choose one according to the definition given here. So a three-dimensional chart showing the weightage given to objectives, content, and forms of questions is termed as what? Anecdotal record? No, it is not the anecdotal record. Cumulative record card? No, this is also not the correct option. Checklist? No, this is also not the correct option. So the correct option here is blueprint. What is the correct option here? The blueprint, right? So blueprint is the correct option here. Let's go back to question number 15. All right, 15 is here. 15, all right. So question number 15, what does it say? Peers assume central importance during early childhood, middle adulthood, young adulthood. Now, we all know that children, when they are young, what happens? They become the central or the center of importance among their peer groups, right? So peers assume central importance during which stage of their growth or which stage of their life? Is it during young adulthood? No, not during young adulthood. Is it during middle adulthood? No, adulthood options both are wrong. All right, this is also wrong, this is also wrong. Now out of these two, one is the correct answer. So this is not even early childhood, this will be the middle childhood, when the children are from 6 to 12 years of age. So they become the center of their peer group. So this is the correct answer. All right, let's go to question number 16 now. Question number 16. All right, well, question number 16 says change and stability in emotions, personality, and social relationship is what? Is it a psychosocial development, or is it a psychomotor development, or it is an intellectual development, or a spiritual development? Change and stability in what? In emotions, then in personalities, and in social relationship. Will it mean spiritual development? Not at all. We are not talking about spirits here, or morals. We are not talking about that. Intellectual development? No, we are not talking about any intellectuals here. Psychomotor development? We are not talking about any type of movement here, so it cannot be psychomotor. Of course, we are talking about psychosocial development. So this will be option number A. So for question number 16, your correct option is option number A. That is, change in stability in emotions, personality, and social relationship is psychosocial development. All right. So this is your question number 16's answer, option number A. Now we'll go to question number 17. So maturation and learning are the factors which control the process of what? When we are maturing and we are learning, it is controlling which of the following development. Does it mean social development? No, we have better option than this. Maturation and learning, right? Moral development? No, we have better option than this also. Does it mean physical development? No. Maturation and learning are the factors which control the process of. So when we are maturing and when we are learning, alright, maturation and learning will act as a factor which controls the process of what? It will control the process of mental development. Alright, it will control what? The process of mental development. So this is your correct answer, option number B. Alright, let's go to question number 18 now. Which question number? Question number 18. Alright, what we have here, growth and development in human is the product of what? Mental and social dimensions? No. Moral and emotional dimensions? No. Physical and mental dimensions? No. Heredity and environment? Of course. This is the correct answer here. Option number D is the correct answer here. Growth and development in human is a product of heredity and environment. So remember these two words, they always come together, alright? They come together as a product of growth and development. So this you need to remember. Now let's go to question number 19. Question number 19. The process of balancing assimilation and accommodation. Balancing what? Assimilation and what? Accommodation. The process of balancing assimilation and accommodation according to Piaget. Who is Piaget? Piaget is a educationist, a psychologist, right? So according to Piaget, when we balance assimilation and accommodation, we term this as what? We term it as schema. No, schema is not the correct option. Adaptation? Not at all. Does it mean accommodation alone? No, cannot be. Does it mean equilibration? Yes, it is the equilibration, right? It is the equilibration. Let me tick it correctly, nicely. Otherwise, you'll feel like this is so rough, no? So let me click it correctly. Alright, so equilibration is your correct answer here, right? Well, now let's come to question number 20. That is, it says that Ruma has started to respond to the questions in a logical and better organized manner while specifying the logic behind her response. So who is Ruma? Ruma is a student of a class who is responding the questions in a logical and a better organized manner, right? And she is also specifying the logic behind her response. So as per Jean Piaget's theory of cognitive development, she has entered which of the following stage? Which of the following stage? So you know that Jean Piaget's theory of cognitive development has got 4 stages, right? Pre-operational stage, formal operational stage, sensory motor stage, and concrete operational stage. So according to, you can take it, these word as a hint, that is logic. See, logic. So you will see in which among these 4 stage the child develops logical thinking. So it cannot be formal operational stage, it cannot be sensory stage, because sensory means we are learning through the senses, right? It cannot be pre-operational stage, but the correct answer here is option number A, concrete operational stage, which means the child has learned how to think or how to respond in a logical manner. All right, so this is known as concrete operational stage. All right, so let's go to the next question. We'll see which one we have now. Question number 21 we have. All right, question number 21. 21, nah? Yes, 21. So according to Erickson, have you all studied about Erickson? So Erickson is also a psychologist. So according to Erickson's theory of 8 psychological stages, at which stage does identity versus role confusion occur? So identity versus role confusion occurs in which stage out of the 8 stages? Does it occur during middle adulthood? No. Does it occur during later adulthood? No. Does it occur during early adulthood? No. But it, so here what happens, all these adulthood options are the wrong ones. Later childhood, adulthood, all these are the wrong options. The correct one is adolescence. So you already know what is adolescence. The period of stress and storm is known as adolescence, as stress and storm. So adolescence is a very crucial period of an individual's life, right? So during adolescence, the child, they go through puberty, lot of physical, mental, emotional changes takes place, social changes, right? So uh, adolescence is the correct answer according to Erickson's theory of uh, development, right? So let's see here what we have next. Question number 22. Question number 22. Gender constancy occurs by the age of. Gender constancy, when a gender, like the child is able to understand that particular gender, or the child knows how to behave according to the gender given to him or her by the society. So it occurs during 15 to 18 months. No, that time the child themselves, they do not know who they are, right? 2.5 years to 3 years. No, this is also wrong answer. 4 years, not exactly. The correct answer will be 6 years. So when the child is 6 years, he or she, they come to know a bit about gender roles of the society. So this is your correct option here. Then what do we have? Question number 23. So let's see. In psychoanalytic theories, gender role development focuses on what? In psychoanalytic theories, gender role development focuses on what? Does it focus on identification, acquisition, imitation, evaluation? It does not focus on evaluation. It does not focus on limitation or imitation, I mean. It does not focus on acquisition, but of course it focuses on identification. So psychoanalytic theories, gender role development focuses on identification. All right, so this is your correct answer here. Now let's go to question number 24. Question number 24. Let's see what we have here. So question number 24. All right, in the learning of science and mathematics, scientifically there is no difference in performance as a result of gender. Which of the following influences gender based performance? So when we study about, well, so in the learning of science and mathematics, scientifically there is no difference in performance as a result of gender. So we know that it does not mean if like that a boy is good in mathematics, a girl is good in science, or a boy is good in science, the girl is good in mathematics. It cannot be so. We cannot say, we cannot assign, or we cannot say those according to the gender. We cannot say that girls are better at mathematics or boys are better at science. We cannot say that, right? We cannot say like this. So which of the following influence gender based performance? So here, which one is the odd one according to you? Is it culture? No. Is it attitude? No. Is it a race? No. But it is stereotyping. What is stereotyping? Stereotyping means those who have, their thoughts are according to the society. They think that the girls, they are expected, suppose in schools, in some of the schools, what we organize cleaning drives, right? So during cleaning drive, what do we expect? We like Generally in a stereotyping society, what is accepted is that the girl will do the sweeping and mopping, the boys will carry the water, or the boys will carry the heavy benches and desks. So we believe, we in a stereotyping society, we believe that boys can are expected to do hard works and females are expected to do the light works. So sweeping, mopping, these are the work of the girls, we believe that. And uh, lifting up the benches and desks, those are the work of the boys, we believe that. So this is a type of stereotyping society which is not good for the society. And at home, what happens? We believe that the mother is expected to cook, the father is expected to go and earn outside, the mother is expected to take care of the body of the baby, I mean. Then the father is expected to, buy stuffs from outside and bring it at home. So these are what? These are only gender stereotypes. These are the olden thoughts. So we need to overcome these olden thoughts of stereotype, right? Stereotype is not a positive word, it's a negative word. So we must try to make distance and keep it as much as possible. We should not discriminate between boys and girls. You know, one of the best example is, suppose a baby boy falls down and the parent says, if a baby boy falls down and he cries, then the parents say, hey, why are you crying? Do not cry like a girl. So this is what? This is the mentality of the parent. This is what? This is gender stereotyping. Suppose a boy asks for a Barbie doll, then the parents will say, are you a girl that you want a Barbie girl, or a Barbie, I mean, a Barbie doll? So what are these? These are the stereotyping thoughts. Now, suppose the boy asks for a pink t-shirt, then the parents will say, this is a girl's color, this pink color is girl's color. Why are you expecting this? Why are you asking for this? You better buy a black or a blue. So what are these? These are stereotyping thought of the parents. If a baby girl is asking for a gun, right, a pistol or a gun, or she's asking for a car or a truck toy, so the parents will say, these are the things which these are boys toy, these are not to be played by the girls. So this is what? This is also a type of stereotyping thought. So we as parents, we as teachers, we should never promote stereotyping. So right, so those who have children at home, please be careful that you don't practice this gender stereotyping, right? Now let's come to the next question. That is question number 25. Mothers are assumed to be the primary caregiver responsible for child rearing, while fathers are primarily focused on work and providing for the family. This shows, see, what? The story I told you just now, that story's conclusion has come here. So as I was telling you, I did not see this question also. As I was telling you, that mothers are expected to give care to the babies, to take care of the house, and father is expected to go out and work, right? So this is exactly what I was talking about. So now I have explained you so much. So of course from here, from this following options, you will be able to choose which one is going to be the right answer, right? You will be able to choose. Does it mean gender parity? No, I did not talk about gender parity at all. Does it mean gender identity? No, I did not talk about this also. Does it mean gender consistency? I did not talk about this as well. Well, what did I talk about? You can see that tiny one, option number B is your correct option, that is gender stereotype. So dear friends, do not believe in gender stereotyping and do not give importance to these gender stereotypes. So let's go to question number 26. Question number 26. All right. Which method of child study? So here they are given 4 methods of child study. So which method of the child study provides a very rich and detailed picture of development as well as insights into topics that should be investigated in the larger sample of the children. So they are asking which of the method following child method or child study will provide a rich and detailed picture of development as well as insights into topics that should be investigated in a larger sample of children.
sample of children. All right. Does it mean case study? No. Case study means only we will hold on to one person or one subject. Cross-sectional study? No, this is not a cross-sectional study. This is not a longitudinal study. So of course this is going to be anecdotal record. So my dear friends, please try to read more about this anecdotal record. This is very important uh, for CTET also. So those of you who are preparing for CTET exam as well, so this topic is very important. This type of study, that is anecdotal record, is an important topic of study. All right, so please do study this. Then let's come to question number 27. What we have, all right, let me put it like this. Yes, question number 27. So what we have here, all right, an informal discussion. Informal means what? Not formal. An informal discussion that has no strict guidelines. It is not strict. No strict guidelines are given here, allowing the discussion to be open. The discussion can be open and not necessarily concise in its nature, and it should not be concise, which means freestyle. What style? Freestyle. We all like freestyle, right? Freestyle dance, freestyle songs. So we believe in freestyles. We the people of Meghalaya, we like freestyle, right? So here, an informal discussion that has no strict guidelines, allowing the discussions to be opened and not necessarily concise in its nature is what? Which style will it be? Will it be structured interview? Of course, it will not be. See, when this structure is a negative word. Structure means this is a structure. You cannot move here, you cannot move here, you cannot move here, you cannot move this side, which means you are not flexible. But here what they have talked about is a flexibility, which means there are no boundaries, but here it is all full of boundaries. So when we talk about structured interview, it will not be the correct option here. Does it mean semi-structured interview? No, this will not be a semi-structured interview as well, because semi-structure means half boundary. So maybe they have given half boundary here. So this will not be the answer again. Now group discussion is out of the question here. Then among these three, the correct answer is unstructured interview. Unstructured means no boundaries. These boundaries are not there. Unstructured, which means there is no structures given here. So the discussion here can be open without any rules and regulations, without any guidelines, without any strictness, and it should be open, which means anybody can contribute their feelings. Anybody can contribute their part, what they want to say, how they feel, how they take it, or what are the issues they have in the discussion. They can take it. All right, and this discussion should not be concise one, which means it should be a broad one, which means everybody should be given equal opportunity to take part in this discussion. It should be open from all ends, which means, as I was telling you, that it will be a freestyle discussion. So when we say freestyle discussion or when we say freestyle interview, it will always be unstructured interview, right? Let's go to question number 28 now. What question? 28. All right. So what does it say? A method which is directed towards the study of individual's behavior. All right. So here we are going to find out which method is used to study the behavior of an individual. So does it mean differential method? No. Through differential method, how are we going to study the behavior of the individual? This is not possible, right? Is this possible? This is not possible. Then does it mean experimental method? Are we going to do experiments in order to learn the behavior of the subject? No. Clinical method? See, are we going to carry out some clinical experiments in order to find out the behavior of that individual? Of course not. So the correct answer here is observation method. See, through observation you can learn many things, right? You can learn many things. See, once we are observant, Once we are present in the current situation, once we have good presence of mind, we are going to learn a lot. We are going to learn the behavior of that particular individual, right? We are, science. What is science? As basically we talk about science, no? So science is nothing. It is nothing but the analysis of common sense. This is what I believe, right? So science is the analysis of common sense. Everything is a common sense here. But those people who have scientific temper, what they do is that they go an extra mile to find out what is the reason, and they become very, very observant. Becoming observant means what? Which means you are present in that current situation, you are being conscious. You are being conscious. See, now in this era of technology where the world is distracted by Instagram, Facebook, Telegram, WhatsApp, right? Reels. So the world is distracted. Now, we are eating with one hand and we are busy browsing with another hand. Are we literally eating? Are we like swallowing the food nice? Are we feeling the taste of the food? No. What are we doing is that we are just filling our stomachs. When you are watching my video, you might be browsing something else as well, right? When you are watching my video, you might be doing something else also, which means what? It means distracted. We are not focused at all. So how do we become focused? We become focused when we are being observant. All right. Now let's come to question number 29. Question number 29. Now, Piaget. Who is Piaget? Piaget is a educationist or a psychologist, right? So Piaget's clinical method includes checking out what children may learn by experimentation or learning by doing or social interaction or rote memorization. So Piaget's clinical method includes checking out what children may learn by what? Piaget's clinical method, it is talking about clinical method. So clinical method focuses on what? Experimentation. No, it does not focus on experimentation. Does it focus on learning by doing? No. Clinical method, does it focus on social interaction? Does it focus on rote memorization? See, this is a negative word, alright, my dear friends. So this will never be true if it is a positive sentence. If it's a positive sentence, rote memorization and all, we will never include. Rote memorization means what? Means ratification, which means by hearting things without even understanding what does it mean, right? So we do not believe in all this. In the present scenario, we don't memorize anything. We try to understand, we try to comprehend, and we try to apply it. Whatever we have learned, we try to apply it, right? So we listen, we understand, and then we execute. So rote memorization has got no way in our education system. So rote memorization is a very, very negative, what? Negative word, right? So this will not be the one. So social interaction is the correct option here. What is social interaction? See, we all know that human beings are what beings? Social beings, right? We know that no man is an island, which means we human beings, we cannot live in isolation. We live in a society, right? We are social beings, so we live in a society. We live with our families, then we go to school, we live with our teachers, we live with our friends, we live with our peers. Then again, we come back home, then we go to play. So that time we play with our friends. Then sometimes during holidays we go to our relatives' house, right? So wherever we are in a society. So that's why and when we are in a society, we interact, right? We are interacting with the people, we talk with the people, we build relationship with the people, and this is what we call social interactions. The more social you are, the more the good relationship you will build with the people, and your life will become more and more easy and joyful once you are interacting with the people, once you are approachable, once you are humble, once you're open, once you're frank with the people, right? So social interaction was given very much importance by Piaget, right? So now we are going to see the last question, the statement, right? Question number 30. Which question? question number 30. All right. So it says that the statement everyone belongs to the school, what does it say? Everyone belongs to the school. Everyone is welcome to the school. Everyone belongs to the school and everybody is welcome to the school refers to what? Does it refer to segregation? My dear friends, you don't need to give a second thought for this. Segregation. This is a very, very negative word. Segregation is a negative word. See, if you are welcoming somebody, if you say somebody belongs to school, will you use the word segregation? Segregation means what? Segregation means separation. Separating the people, not allowing the people to mingle, not allowing the people to come together. Segregating, separating them. So this is a very negative word. So this will not be the correct option here. Now coordination. Coordination of course is not a negative word, but we have better option than this. So everyone belongs to the school, everyone is welcome to the school. This statement is very important, my dear friends. So remember for your seated all right, for your seated exam also. Now coordination, we have better option than this. Now does it mean integration? No, it does not mean integration alone, right? Of course integration is also a positive word, but it does not belong, I mean it does not mean that integration is the correct option here. So the correct option here is inclusion. Inclusion. So inclusion is coming from what? Inclusive education. So you know, no, right, that children with special needs get special care, and inclusive education, integrated education. So you have studied about different types of education system, right? So this was the last question of child development and pedagogy. So here I would like to say that I have tried my best to solve all these questions correctly, but however, any objections, anything you find like I might have misspelled or selected by mistakes, you are free to inform me. You are free to comment that sir, this option is, I think, like the option chosen by you is not correct. So of course you're most welcome to correct me, right? So that when you are correcting, everybody is corrected. So I welcome you all to comment whatever the option you feel like this is correct, please mention it. So from my perspective, from my this one experience, from my qualification, what from my research, from my books, whatever I know, I have already explained it accordingly. All right. So this was like this was the best way, the most accurate way I could have solved these questions for you. So I believe that you will have no problem with this. So anybody have any problem with this, please kindly comment in the comment section, right? So next we will see which subject are we going to solve. And yes, please my dear friends, asking you, like I request you that please don't lose heart. Nothing is out now. The answer keys we have released is just one subject only. So one subject will not decide your future. Even if you are getting just 10 marks, does not matter. Maybe you will score more in other subjects. But of course, we also say that, we also believe that whatever answer keys we are, tentative answer keys we are giving, does not mean that out of 30, all the 30 will be correct. Of course, there might be one or two mistakes, but we have tried our best to make all the 30 answers to be correct. But of course, nobody is perfect. And even if we are, we do not know what the government of Meghalaya will give as answer keys. As I was telling you yesterday also in my previous video, that sometimes what happens, this question number 16 you can see here, right? So this question number 16 you can see the option chosen here is option A, child and or change in stability in emotions, personality and social relationship is psychosocial development. So sometimes what happens, they have more than one options as the correct answer. So for this question number 16, they might say option A is also correct and option D is also correct. All right. So sometimes this kind of things also happen. So actually, if options are given, if more than one option is given, that is good for you, right? You become lucky. You might feel lucky that are they have given more, they have given more than one option to be correct, which means your tendency of passing the exam becomes more accurate, more easy, or there is more possibility for you to pass that exam, right? So please don't lose heart. And see, why am I saying this? You might be wondering, like, Array, why is Hari saying that sometimes there are more than one options which is correct? I'm saying it on the basis of question answer keys. I mean, I'm saying it on the basis of answer keys given by DERT for the year 2021. So 2021 answer keys you can check, and you will see that more than one options are taken to be correct, right? So if that is the case, then this will become very positive or a very good news for you, right? So see, until and unless the results are out, nobody can say perfectly like how much you scored. But of course, as 90% or 95% you will be sure that yes, this much I have scored. And yes, everybody comments in the comment section. You are commenting in the Telegram group also. You are saying that, sir, next this paper you make, this paper you make, but my dear friends, you are not sending me the PDF. How am I going to make the notes for you? Or I mean, how am I going to solve it for you? So first of all, you need to send me, right? If you are not sending me, how am I going to solve it for you? And as I have said in the beginning of the video, that we need time. So yes, please excuse us. We need time to make videos because we try our best to give you the most accurate answers possible, right? So please bear with us, give us time. So next video, what are we going to upload, we will see. And please check the answers, read the questions nicely, then you see which one you have ticked. Don't just go blindly. I think some of you are going blindly. You are misunderstanding the series. You think that, array, this sir said this question number one's answer is number D, but in mine I have marked question number one's answer to be B. So of course, if your series is different, your answer will be different. Your correct option will be different, right? Here, my question, the question number one in series C is traditionally oriented teaching following a rigid curriculum, fixed timetable, single textbook, and rigid age grouping is on this one, right? So this can be as question number 10 in series A, question number 30 in series C, or question number 30 in series D. So it can be this way. Serial number is changing. The questions are same, but serial number is changing. So do not get confused with it. All right. So I think I have spoken so much. I have spoken too much. So let me say bye-bye to you, and thank you everyone for staying connected with Ashok Tutorials, Meghalaya's first Mtet channel, right? So keep showing your love and support to the channel, and let us make this channel grow more and more, because it is for your well-being and for your future, for your job. I just pray to God that all of you pass this particular Mtet examination and you get placement, or you get government jobs in LP and UP schools wherever you have applied. So I genuinely pray for your success in this particular Mtet examination, and believe me, you will pass this examination. Definitely you're going to pass this examination if you have confidence in yourselves. So please do not lose heart, be confident and be positive. Pray to God, because nothing more you can do or I can do rather than just praying and believing in ourselves. So please pray and believe in yourselves, and do not lose confidence. And what more to say? Let's wait. Let's see when they are going to release the answer keys, when they are going to declare the results and all. So we will wait for the correct time, right? So thank you everyone for staying connected with Ashok Tutorials, Meghalaya's first Mtet channel. Thank you.